Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Splicer intel. And this week's Grandmaster Nightfall is the Insight Terminus, and I'm going to share with you a few glitches and tricks that you can use to possibly do this at Grandmaster, maybe even solo for a 100k, or in a group, obviously. I'm going to get to all that information in just 1 second, but first I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the post notifications, that bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. The Insight Terminus is probably one of my favorite strikes currently in the Nightfall rotation. It's a super easy strike if you're going for a solo 100k, and if you're going for Grandmaster, there's a few benefits that this one has over other strikes, most notably that there are no champions in the actual boss area. That's the final plate encounter where you actually have to jump down the rocks, and then you're sort of isolated in that floating island. It's great that there's no champions, because if it was a champion-based boss encounter, you could run out of space real quick, so you run the benefit of having that advantage. There are other areas, though, where the champions can really sort of back you up, and if you don't have the right way to sort of get out of danger, you're going to get into some trouble really quick, and ultimately end up having to wipe or restart, or at least end up using some of your recharge tokens, or your revival tokens, excuse me. So the first place that I think most people will get held up is once you get past this area that I'm in now, and you actually get to the gated door. This is the area where there's the 3 relics sort of surrounding the boss as you enter the room, and then the gate will close, and I believe at Grandmaster you'll get 4 champions, or at least 3 champions will come out of that area. Now there's a very easy glitch spot for this particular section. All you have to do is wait for the boss to teleport and then jump up onto this rotating cylinder, or I guess tower, and then you can get up onto one of the relic statues. You can even go up even further if you need to, and then you can just shoot down at all the champions as they come through the door. I like to use the Anarchy for this particular strike, but I'll leave that up to you. Wither Horde I think would also be pretty good in that one area. But that just lets you keep out of danger from all those champions and then just burn them down individually if you need to. Now the next little glitch I'll show you really only pertains to people who might be going for a 100k Nightfall. Now this is actually very doable on the 1280, so you can actually do this in matchmaking. The only things you really have to do up until this point that we're at now, which is the Quiet Epiphany area, is make sure you kill all the champions and all the ads. Definitely bring a weapon that creates orbs of light so you can double up on some of those points. You'll get 25 points for every orb that you pick up. But then once you get to this section, right before you actually go down to the final floating island area, you're going to want to make sure that you shoot the Hydra and as many of the Minotaurs that surround it as possible before you actually get the joining allies. Don't worry about the joining allies, because eventually you'll just be teleported to that area. But the reason you want to make sure you shoot the Hydras as well as many Minotaurs is because once that Hydra actually explodes, if you've done damage to any of them, you'll get points for that particular kill. So the Hydra explodes, you get points for that, and all the Minotaurs it destroys so long as you touch them at least once with a weapon. That'll give you at least a 4,500, sometimes a 6,500 points bonus just on that one little section before you actually go to the boss encounter. Now, if you are going for the Grandmaster difficulty, there are two places that you can stand to avoid damage. One is that little ledge right there. No ads will actually migrate to that specific spot, neither will the boss, but you can actually still do damage for most of them from that position, so it's good to maybe keep two of your teammates there. The other, I would suggest before the actual encounter starts, have them make their way across these little ledges and over to this side, up on top of this ledge. Once you're here, no enemies will actually migrate outside of the surrounding circle. So you can actually just shoot down on them and don't worry about getting too damaged. If you step out on the right side or the left side, you can take a little bit of splash damage, but for the most part, you can avoid almost all the aggro. This is also good if you are going for that 100k, I guess, though probably not necessary if you're doing this at 1280 with a match-made group. Maybe if you're going for a solo run at 1300 or maybe at master difficulty. But overall, this will allow you to avoid damage while still be able to persistently do damage to the boss. This is the kind of area where you probably want at least one of your teammates in that other corner that I suggested, and then maybe one up here and then one running around. These are the ways that you can probably get this done as easily as possible. Grandmaster is still going to be difficult because it is Grandmaster, and Grandmaster Nightfalls are still the most difficult, in my opinion, activity in the game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully some of this gives you some help this week in the Insight Terminus Grandmaster Nightfall. If you've watched this far, please remember to leave a hashtag BeyondLight or a hashtag Season of the Splicer or a hashtag Insight Terminus or a hashtag Grandmaster Nightfall in the comments section down below. Thank you all so much for watching again, and as always, I am Wilhelm Scream, of course. We will see you in the next video. Little